Okay, so now we're going to import our exploded mesh into Painter. See how things are. I might not stay at 4K, I just like to start there. Import, let's select our thing. FBX. I made a substance folder, exploded mesh. Import bake maps. Okay. Bakes, we want set 1. And also set 2. We're going to leave the site out for this one. We're going to texture that separately. And, okay. So we got that. I've just moved out parts that I think are important. We're going to texture it. This is the base look of the gun, so we're going to start like that. Set 1. Set 1 normal. World space. AO. Curve. I don't trust those. I'm going to redo them. Thick. Okay. Set 1. That's pretty good. Let's change our HDRI to Studio Tomoko. This gives more real lighting. Accurate. And then we got set 2 normal. Set 2 world. AO. Curve. Set 2 position. Set 2 thick. Okay. So for the most part, it's looking pretty good. We are 100% going to encounter problems on the way, so don't freak out if you get stuck where it's, I'm probably going to get stuck too. We're just going to work through it. But yeah, not seeing any major things here. Maybe that was good. This can move. That looks good. Okay, so we're just going to, I guess, just start set 1. Just establish some materials here. So go to my rep here. Pure rep with the update. Not bad. All right. So this is just a good model to look at, I guess, for material breakup. Let's look at this. Let's leave it just nice and small right here. Just there. Okay. So we're starting off with, let's just do plastic. Everybody's texture style is different. So this is just mine. A folder, plastic, all caps, whatever. Okay, and then within that folder, just lay down a base material. Just make it whatever, gray. I'm gonna select, this is plastic. Oh, looks like it's on another set though. Okay, so we can save that. Plastic. 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 This is metal. Those are the main pieces I'm seeing now. Yeah. I guess we can just copy this, go to 2. You paste, so plastic. This. Just so it's the right color, so it is cohesive with what we're doing. So we'll go back. It's just gonna be black, but so just trying to get an idea of what the base roughness is and set them up just very gradually. We can continue, it just looks something like this, I guess, for now. Don't have to get super deep into it right now, but Yep, that's kind of what we're looking at for that. Next matrix here, I see metal. These look pretty similar. This is also metal. Got a little bit of a painted thing. This rail is metal. And the screws are metal as well. So we can do another one that's going to be like a bulk texture type deal. Screws. Get that going. Just make the metal 1, or 1, not 0.1. Roughness, bring it up a little bit. And color. Yeah, it looked a little darker. It had a tint of just the slightest tint. We're going to call that base. We're just going to go collect all the screws now. That was pretty quick, right? All right. Well, the screws are there. And they're all just kind of similar. Even these ones, they're a little similar. Okay. That's a different set. All right. What's the front looking like? Almost, but no, I don't think so. Maybe later. Okay. We got screws. Plastic. Get that if we can. And then we're going to go with, we'll call it rough metal. This can be rough metal. Okay. Rough metal. And before I lose all my work, we're going to just save. Save that. Saving project. Okay. Rough metal. Gonna throw a base in there. We're just gonna make it a little bit darker. Maybe give it a 0.58 just for distinctness at this point. We're gonna call this base. Up just to look at what we got. This is a barrel type deal. They look similar, don't they? They look pretty similar. And if there's tints we want to experiment with, so be it. Okay, let's just yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. So this part, this block doesn't, it actually does look pretty similar. This is raw. This also looks of the same, cut from the same cloth. This looks metal. And then, what else? Okay. The trigger and that. We'll go back to plastic. Cover that. We almost got everything. And these just look like raw metal. They almost do look like the screw metal. So we can probably just make that similar. And you can add all sorts of variation. Oh. Okay, rough metal. Okay. This looks to be the same color there. This goes black though. So we're gonna do this, add a white mask, and just call color darken. And just put the color on and bring it just dark. You just want it to be dark. But firstly, we have to add a white mask here, and then we'll paint it black so it doesn't. We want this. It's currently a white mask. Oh, we're on rough metal. Whoops. I'm gonna copy that, delete it to plastic, color darken, select. That. Okay. We got that. Anything else that's plastic but a little darker? The trigger and then this part. This part is so you can shuffle, you can just let your rounds out without having to fire it. It's like a cycler. File white mask here. We're gonna paint it black. Okay, so we got this here. Cool. We're just removing it. Okay. Okay. Well, you know, we do want to have the same roughness information. So I actually made a mistake there. Base. We want back. Watch it back. Okay. Color darken. Just those. Base. Nice. Okay, and then on the plastic, we're going to just lay down a 3 at dirt. This is good for making height. We'll bring it to about 10-ish. So just, you know, you can tell there's a little bit of height. Little height info, and then we'll do plus because we're going to put it the height up. Just put your channel to height. I hit Alt and then held Alt to click height, and it selects just that 0.01. So we got pretty good setup there of that. Right. And I actually think that this plastic is just, it's just lighter. So I'm going to save. Go back to base. Just click on this. Yeah, it's not purple, but it's like this. Let's say it's like that. More so like that. Maybe even a little later. Something like that. Height. Alright, and we're gonna go just venture off now into different textures. So it kind of looks crazy, doesn't it? It looks just a little bit everywhere. So the texture is just sometimes harder to read. Oh, this is a really good one. So yeah, it's got if you're looking here, height. And another thing, right off the bat, we're gonna just put a layer on top, add a filter, sharpen filter, put it to 0.24, 2324, and then set it to pass through. And that is gonna just sharpen our detail quite a bit. So height info, we're gonna put that there. Duplicate it. Want another height info. Okay. We're gonna just hit seed. And it's gonna change it. And we're gonna change the actual to 6 and see what that looks like. And we're gonna crank the balance down a little bit. It just helps with the variation. See that? We got some bigger ones there. And we're gonna do one more for now and call it height info minus. Okay. Height info minus. And we're gonna seed again and go to height and hit invert. And that's gonna make little pits that we want in here just to add more depth to it. Okay. And in those pits, we're gonna introduce color for the first time. Alright. It's just gonna be a little bit darker. We're gonna go base color, normal to overlay. And it's just overlay makes it so that it can be involved in the layers, but it doesn't overpower any certain specific layer. So overlay, it's a very subtle way to add detail, really effective. But you can definitely, we don't want too much here. Just enough. There. I'm going to go back to our roughness and just bring it up just a tad. Go about here. Alright. And I'm actually going to just take this color off. Maybe. Yeah, we can do it the other way. Go the other way, make it blacker. Now we're going to duplicate this, rename it, noise color, white. We're going to get rid of the height, keep the color, put it to all white, and seed. And if I'm going too fast, just pause it. Alright. And another thing we can do, our normal height. This is our main factor here. One thing we can do here is add a fill layer, set it to subtract, and then we're just going to add, any sort of subtract layer. And if you hit Alt and then click on the mask here, you're going to be able to see what's happening live. We're going to scale this up to about 4. Yeah, I'm kind of just let go a little bit like here. We're going to put it to triplanar. Maybe even something like this. Yep, and now we're going to take this subtract and just subtract the subtract. And it adds these inconsistencies. So maybe even just something like 40-ish. That's good. Okay. We're just getting the base set here, that's all. Just base material. Okay, so we're going to move away from plastic right now before we get too involved with that. Make sure you save. And now we're going to go to screws. This is a good point to just kind of look at something like this. Screws, our roughness, 0.42. That should be good, 0.43. Okay, we're going to make this a little bit darker. Like that. Okay. We're going to add... Oops, not yet. We're going to add a fill layer. And we'll add 5. 5. Gonna scale it up to, 13. Okay, and then roughness. Only roughness we want to see. We want to see this shine. We're gonna go to roughness channel here. Call this noise roughness. Okay, 15. From normal to overlay. And we're actually gonna go venture into our roughness channel by hitting X or C. I forgot what I just hit, but one of those. But we're just gonna make it like this. Just very subtle. We don't want to do anything too crazy yet. 33, something like that. Good. Just like that. Alright, roughness. Duplicate it. Now we're going to change it to just color. Okay, go back to base color. Put it on overlay. Bring that color all the way up to 1. Pure white. And then I'm going to venture into the base color. Just like that. Make sure to feed it properly. That's going to give us just a nice look. That we want from metal. Alright, couple more things we can add here. Noise roughness, so we'll call this noise. Noise color white. Okay. We're gonna add our first generator. Just a metal edgeware. So Yeah, it helps with that. Actually, a good base material building tool. So that's why we're doing that. Well, it doesn't take too much. It just adds nice variation. So we're gonna take that like this, and then we'll just go metal. Oops. We want it metallic, so turn that off. Roughness to be about 0.367. We want it to be rougher. So that's good. Something like that. Color. Okay. Kind of difficult to see here. Yeah, these are pretty good. Okay. And we'll call this edge roughness. Edge color. Edge color. We're gonna do two, edge color and also edge roughness. So edge color. We're gonna go and add a fill. Subtract. We'll throw in, you could probably do anything. Type in rust to get some nice aggressive looking. But the whole concept here is we're just taking from what we just made. We'll scale it up to about 4. And you can start to see it just takes stuff away gradually. Do that. Yeah, that's all we're looking for. Stuff like that. And then just to enhance it a little, we're going to add a levels and just push it in. Just a little. We can actually just call this edge weather general, and we'll just add a little bit of roughness. Okay. Well, my computer's about to blow up, so I'm going to go 2048, 2048. Raise it down. Yeah, and just keep it manageable. Okay, well, looks good. Okay, now we're gonna go add edge generator again. That'll. Okay, and this is gonna be just edge color. Add it to the overlay. Change it to 1. I'm gonna take this rust, add it to it, seed, let off a little bit. We want it to be a little more gradual, so we can even add another one. Seed. Dry planer, this one can be. Dry planer just makes it so the seams can't get you, basically. You gotta tile it up a little bit to match it though. Let's add in just a little bit around the edges. Okay. We can maybe, if we want, add a levels. Yep, something like that. Okay. And screws. Okay, plastic. Height down looks a little extreme actually. I'm gonna go 0.005. Okay, and then height up 0.001. 1.5. We're gonna go. Or yeah. Same with this one. Just bring it up a little bit. Save. And we're gonna go just set up in Warmer set now. So I'll just do it live here. Hit save, and then we're gonna go hide this set 1. We want to export file, export textures, uncheck set 2. And we're gonna go, we want 4K textures. We don't need color, roughness, metallic, normal, height, emissive. We don't need that. We go to global settings, keep it like that. And then we're gonna go to LTEC, FBX, Substance, or we can just go to Final, make a new folder and call it Texture Maps. Okay. And we're gonna just not get two folder over here. Let's select the folder. Okay, and just OK. And that should be good to export. Might take a second. Okay, we're gonna open the output directory. So we have these maps now. Save again, just because I'm a psycho. Go down to the place we go. Okay. And we're gonna go to set 1. And instead of having our bake map in there, we're gonna go to Final, Texture Maps, this normal. As you can see, we have our map in there. That's correct. Albedo, base color, roughness, and metallic. We're gonna take out AO, just because ray tracing is gonna do that for us. So metal we do need though. Okay. Decent start here. It's a good start. And it looks like this might be inverted, might not be. And if it is, just flip it. Actually, yeah, so it was. Now it's not. Looks good. That's funny. It never does look the same in Painter versus in it just never does. Never, never, never. It's always different. Okay, so we're gonna save this. Go to ray tracing. Now we got that going. And we're gonna just start the setup. Change our camera to 100. Makes it look a bit more dynamic. You can fit more in it. I also have these in here, but they're just not textured yet. And also in set 2, I have this, which is not set up yet. Okay. Or textured, I should say. So we have that now, and we're gonna just go to camera settings. Save frame on is always good for test renders. Always good. We want to just have this other window, draft quality perspective. And we're actually gonna just find a different HDRI. Could use this one. Any of them, they're all pretty good. Outside, kind of download this one. Shit. Alright. Pretty good. Yeah, it looks kind of nice. We're going to put it to 0.2. And then from there, we're going to go completely vertical. Add a light. And it's going to be a directional, so like the sun. And then we're going to 6 point. This is usually pretty good. Yeah, we just kind of want to like this. It's all. We can tilt it. Sometimes fun. -15. The light just hits it. Maybe sometimes a bit better. Or worse. Okay, sky. On this light, we want to make our sun not too bright. It's not a spot shadow, but something like that. I'm looking at this shadow here. The diameter. Something like that. Okay. And we're just going to go with black. Yeah, it's just whatever. Color. Blurred. Just a little bit is nice. Okay. That's what we currently got. We're just checking it out. I'm going to change my thing again. Image. I think I have, if you have your own HDRIs, by all means, use that. Sweet. Don't want that one. Image. Yeah, I like this one. 0.2. You can just get a feel for what it's looking like. Okay. Looking pretty good. Then we can turn our sharpening up to about 1.7. We want it to be aces as well. Distortion. I don't think we need anything yet. Sharpening is important. Got that. So we have that in our render settings. Image output, we can keep it at that for now. Let's change this to 2048. Open image location. Whoops, we want to do images are going to be sent to FBX. We'll just have final new folder, and that's what this should be. Renders. We'll save it right to there. And we'll just do one. So open image location, render. And it should appear here. Now it's not going to be anything good, but we have everything set up, so that's the main plus right now. Okay. Pretty good. Looking good.